I just got off of work. I'm bored. Let's do another story time about Messy Boots. A little background information. Me and Messy Boots have never actually been in a relationship. It's always just been messy. Literally. We are like a messy ass couple that's never actually went together. But we started off as sneaky links and then eventually became the most like public sneaky link possible because like we've showed out on each other and did a lot of shit in public. So it ain't so sneaky no more, obviously. Anyways, setting 2022. I'm at my apartment. I had this small little apartment in town or whatever. At this point, this is my second apartment like I've ever had, and I've been living on my own for like 4 years. So y'all remember in the last story when I was like when Messy Boots baby mama and his sister beat me up and I was getting back in the car with my homegirls, my ex walked up or whatever and was like, why y'all let her get beat the fuck up? Anyways, this the nigga that I was dealing with then, okay? Keep that in mind. So I'm dealing with him, but I'm not dealing with him publicly because we just weren't in an actual relationship. And me and Messy Boots hadn't been dealing with each other, but it's not like, it's to the point where like, well, then it was to the point where I didn't want him to know who I was dealing with at all. Because as soon as he thought that I was dealing with somebody, he was popping up at my motherfucking house. Popping up at my house, laying on the horn, banging on the door all fucking night, throwing things at the window. Like, he does these type of things, right? And I ain't even gonna make this two parts. I'm gonna make this one part, so stay with me. The dude that I'm dealing with in this story, we're gonna call him Fish, okay? Me and Fish are chilling at their apartment, watching movies and shit, you know, sneak tip shit, whatever, whatever. When I don't have my kids, like, I'm chilling and shit. So the kids wasn't even there. It's just me and Fish. Me and Fish chilling, and I start getting a fucking knock on the door. So I'm like, I'm not expecting nobody. Like I said, I hadn't been dealing with Messy Boots, but it got to the point where, like, he wasn't allowed to have my number. Like, to this day, he has not had my number in years because he will use and abuse it. Like, he's caused so much trauma on me. That's why I have so many stories to tell. He will call me fucking 400 fucking times. Like, he's just like that. But he loyal. I don't know. So, because he didn't have my number, but he knew where I fucking lived at, anytime he wanted to fucking see me, the motherfucker would pop up at my house. That's part of the motherfucking problem. That's why I have all these goddamn stories. I go to the door. It's him. So I'm like, what do you want? But I'm speaking to him through the door. And he like, open the fucking door. Like, why you can't open the door? I'm like, I'm not opening the fucking door. Like, why I need to open the door? He's like, open the motherfucking door. So he starts fucking like banging on the fucking door. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I had to go. So Fish is in the room. Fish is like, the fuck you got going on? I'm like, man, it's Messy Boots. Like, he know who I'm talking about. I'm like, bro, it's Messy Boots. He at the door, like, da-da-da-da. He like, what the fuck? Like, you still dealing with him? I'm like, no, because at the time, I really wasn't. It's, when you think that you're really not dealing with somebody, you can honestly say, like, I'm not fucking with him no more. Even though in my mind, like, I thought I was not fucking with him no more. But obviously, I had another story to tell after this. So I'm like, I'm not fucking with him no more. Like, and, you know, I don't even know why he's tripping, da-da-da. Messy Boots still banging on the door, going back to the car, laying on the horn, laying on the fucking horn, da-da-da-da. Come back upstairs, laying on the door, banging on the door. I'm like, ain't nobody in here. Like, why are you banging on the door and shit? He like, come outside, I just want to talk to you. Like, I just want to lay eyes on you, I just want to see you. My dumb ass go outside. I go outside because I knew he wasn't going to stop, and he was already making me fucking look bad. So I'm like, maybe I could just make this real short and sweet, like, man, I ain't fucking with you right now. Like, nah. When I go outside and shit, he like, who the fuck in your house? I'm like, nobody. Like, why does it matter to you? He like, okay, well, open the door. Since ain't nobody in your house, let me in. I'm like, no, why the fuck I need to let you in? Like, we're not fucking with each other. You don't went back to your baby mama. Because that was always the case. Okay, let's get that straight. I don't have a baby daddy. I don't have no baby daddy drama. This nigga is like the baby daddy that I never had. So we have a whole bunch of stories and shit. Because my baby daddies are incarcerated. They never even met their kids. We'll get to that. That's whole nother story for another motherfucking day. I don't have no drama other than with Messy Boots. So he starts trying to push through me to get in the motherfucking door. He starts pushing through me to get through the door. I didn't shut the door, but he's pushing me. And I live in a small ass, old ass apartment. I'm not gonna lie. Like, a bitch was on Section 8 back then. Fish is the reason I lost my Section 8. That's another story for another time. I told you these was hood chronicles. This is some real shit, okay? The motherfucking door is flimsy as fuck. These are project apartments. This motherfucker starts pushing on me and whatever, and like he's not hitting me, but he like bitch, open the door. Like he's like grabbing the doorknob and trying to push like past me, like, you know. But I'm not the door. I'm holding the doorknob. Anyways, the fucking door breaks. The lock breaks. So we bust through the front door. So I'm like, oh my god. Fast forward, fish sitting on the bed. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really want to say it because my hometown gonna know, but like niggas did not want no smoke. Like this nigga is like stiff as a fucking board, cause he knows Messy Boo's track record. Like y'all know it by now. This nigga knows too. Okay, niggas do not want to fight. So this motherfucker pulls a whole 360 flip on me. Messy Boo's like, oh, what's up, fish? What's up, bruh? Walk him on him, dap him up, like, fuck you doing here with her? Yeah, this bitch a liar. Like, da-da-da-da. I'm like, bitch, like, you're messy as fuck. Like, bitch, you know I ain't been fucking you. Da-da-da. I'm saying that. Bro, like, man, I don't even want no parts of this messy ass shit. Like, da-da-da-da. Can you just give me a ride? A ride? I'm like, bitch, you about to leave with him? Like, bitch, is you serious? He like, man, I don't want to get into none of this. Like, this don't got nothing to do with me. Da-da-da-da. Here go Messy Boo's eating it up. Yeah, bro, I'll take you home, like, da-da-da-da. So I start cussing both of them out. I'm like, oh, y'all some bitch-ass niggas, calling them all sorts of slurs that we ain't gonna fucking say, but you already know what I was saying. These motherfuckers get in the car, fucking pull off, kiki, kaka, da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, if we're being real about it, they both motherfucking left together, kiki, kaka, and within fucking 30 minutes, both of them was calling and whining and motherfucking crying. You don't love me. Just like a bitch. And just so y'all know how fucking deep this shit goes, I have this little broken heart on the side. I got that from Messy Boots. That's how much that motherfucker done broke my goddamn heart. Okay? Because I've tried. I've tried to take the high road. It's not meant to be.
I want to know something that's so ghetto but so true and so messy all in the same time. Listen, imagine being locked up for the first time on a federal conspiracy case, drug case rather, and you locked up with your baby daddy's baby mama. Y'all already arch nemesis at this point. And she comes back to testify against your baby daddy and you in the federal case, and y'all got to be in the same pod together. Talk about messy. Back it up a little bit, y'all. We did not start off in the same pod together. I was already in segregation because the prosecutor said that I could run a drug operation through the telephone. So I had no telephone access, but I can only speak to my attorney once a week. So they throw you in the shoe. Anyway, y'all, she was already in prison for me because she tried to run me over while I was pregnant. And they hadn't sent her to prison. And before y'all ask, no, I did not send her to prison. She already had other shit going on, and the state picked those charges up and they sent her ass to prison. But when it's time to come back to testify for the federal government, they bring their witnesses back. And just so happened, we in the same jail. I'm in the shoe. She in general population. But she want to be a tough badass in general population. But in reality, she pie as fuck. But that's a whole nother story. And she got to come to the shoe to serve her days. But in the process of her serving her shoe time, it's time to go to trial. And the segregation has 10 rooms up top, 10 rooms at the bottom. I'm at the bottom, and I'm already, in seg for probably like a year, and probably a year by the time trial come around. And we got to be in there together. And you talking about somebody who was mad as fuck, couldn't even get to her, like, but that's another story too, y'all. The whole time she's out in general population talking shit, trying to say that she don't know why the feds brought her back, but in all actuality, she knew what the fuck she signed up for. But word get back to me. Oh, she's saying this about you, baby. I don't care nothing about none of that, baby. She know what I know what it is. So when she get in the shoe, it's nothing, quiet as a mouse. So at nighttime, the feds take her out to, prep her because trial is running. So in the process of trial is running, I have the staff wrapped around my fingers. And Miss Rico, I love you to death, Miss Rico. She was like, Jones, y'all got to be separated because the prosecutor done called down. And I guess she must have told them, well, y'all got me doing all this and Lena in the pod with me, right? So they end up moving me to the other part of segregation and 4 other girls, but the other girls is already in there and everybody already down for me. So every night that they taking her outside to go prep her for trial, she'll come back crying, boohoo crying. And my roommate was like, I don't know what she crying out for, baby. She knew what she signed up for, and she did. And when people be like, oh, they forced me to do it, no, they don't, baby. They cannot force you to do shit, but they probably put pressure, but they ain't put no pressure on her because one thing she always said, if she could not have that man.
Baby, let me tell you about the ghetto ass drama at work today. So I'm gonna try to hurry up and put it all into one, but there's so many like little factors with the shit. So boom, y'all know the little Facebook groups, right? That be like, have you ever dated, or basically like where you put a male picture and everybody be like post and say like if they got tea about the person. So why the fuck, like, it's been a couple of months now though, my one of my coworkers, he ended up being in the motherfucker group. So it done spread through the job. So to the point where this man, the pictures that they done posted of him don't look shit like him, like how he look now. Like, the man is giving like bodybuilder. The man is giving very much heavy on the filters type shit. So, like in the group, they talking about how this woman said he done conned her out of like $12,000. Another one said that I guess like he was sick in the hospital or something, and him and his fiance at the time had started like a GoFundMe account, and basically like they went ghost and took the money. There was never no updates on his health and all this shit, because remind you, he is sick or whatever. So then why the fuck, they also was saying like at the time he pretty much was like, you know, he don't know what happened to the money. He was in a coma. His fiance took the money and ran off, but he ain't pressed no charges or anything. He basically was like on some she'll get her karma type shit, right? So fast forward, he didn't have no car, right? So he was getting dropped off. Then all of a sudden, this motherfucker pulls up in a motherfucking Maserati. So, oh, and then wait. When he first started, this motherfucker talking about he a nurse. Remind you, we don't have no nurse positions at my job. I'ma just say that. And then with receipts, you ain't no nurse. Let's just put that out there too. Okay, so he gets this new car, whatever. He basically was like, he got it because, you know, life's short. He almost lost his life. This is dream car, whatever. Okay, so okay, I'm running out of time. Okay, it's gonna be a part 2. Okay, because this shit gets real and juicy.